This Saturday at Doomben we have the running of the 4X Chief De Beers. It's a race named after one of the greatest ever sprinters produced in Queensland. Chief De Beers is a 2-year-old, showed promise. He was placed in the Ken Russell Classic, the Sires and the Castlemaine Stakes, now the JJ Atkins. In that Castlemaine Stakes the winner, Just a Printer, ran a sizzling 1:33. But as a 3-year-old, Chief De Beers really exploded. He had 11 starts in that season for 7 wins, including the Doomben 10,000 by an imposing 3.5 lengths. In that campaign, his preferred rider was Alan Russell. He had weight problems, but with Chief De Beers, he had a remarkable record. Alan, Chief De Beers' remarkable record, 20 wins all at Doomben. Firstly, why was he such a good horse?
Look, Bart, he just had a great temperament. He had a lovely nature, and his turn of foot set him apart from most other horses. He had a devastating turn of foot, and he could put fields away within a blink of an eye. So, yeah, that's probably it.
His record at Doomben, 20 wins here. He didn't win anywhere else. Why was he so special here?
I've been asked that a lot over the years, Bart, but I just put it down to the fact that he probably preferred the shorter straight here at Doomben, and maybe the track had a little bit more give in it than across the road at Eagle Farm. He did like the sting out of the ground. In saying that, he was very unlucky a couple of times at Eagle Farm. I know for a fact that he probably should have won a couple there. I never actually got to ride him at Eagle Farm, but he was unlucky with barriers and whatnot there on a few occasions.
One of his great assets was his ability to get out of the barrier and get into a good spot. If he drew a good alley, he would be box seated.
That's right. He mainly sort of raced it that way in the box seat, but if he drew bad, you could start him up and get him across, and he'd switch straight off for you. You'd drop your hands on him and he'd come straight back underneath you. So that set him apart also. Not many horses you can do that with. And then when you wanted to go on him, you could just press the button and away he'd go.
You won a couple of Doomben stakes on him here. 1350 around Doomben suited him ideally. 1996 he drew gate 2 and you got into a beautiful spot.
That's right, Bart. From what I can remember, he was in the first 2 or 3. I think I just switched around the leader's heels and he put him away very quickly. He was very dominant that day, and I'm just trying to think who he beat, but on his day around here at Doomben, he was very hard to beat. Like, not many horses could beat him.
Yeah, he was placed at a mile, but 1350 around Doomben seemed to be the pet distance.
I think he actually won a couple of miles. He won a couple of Burnberries.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably as he got older, he could handle the mile better. As a younger horse, the 12 and 1350 was his go.
We should pay credit to his late trainer, Bill Calder. He managed him beautifully throughout his career.
He certainly did, Bart. He placed him well, and he got him up every prep. I don't think he had a bad prep, that horse, so he managed him particularly well. Yeah, he had an amazing following. He was so popular. I can always remember when you'd hit the front on him here in the straight, I could always hear the crowd. Like, he was so popular.
The record book shows that Chief De Beers is one of the greatest horses produced in Queensland. But adding to that record is the fact that he had 20 wins all here at Doomben. He didn't win anywhere else. He performed well, but he was the Doomben hero.